Hello everyone, Charles Michelle is my name. So this is Bravick, an intelligent education management system, and this is what happens when you install Bravick on your system. So you just wait patiently, and then it's going to boot to this desktop page. So when it gets to this page, you must have received login details from us so that you can be able to access this platform. So I'm going to log in now as an admin user. Once you get the software, reach out to us, please, to get the login details. We have default login details to help you access this app. So I'm going to log in the right away. All right, almost done. Okay. Okay, now you see the password has now been reset. Um, Choose at least 6 characters, avoid common password like so. This is what you're going to get. Okay, so let me choose a new password. Let me say admin 4567, just for the sake of this video. So I can put this on, I'll use just for the sake of this video. Admin 4567. I'm not advising this. So for those of you that are installing for the first time, you you may not need to reset your password. So I'm making this video also for some other people that have previous versions and you just downloaded the new version and you encountered this challenge. All right, now it says this is the admin mission control and we have another challenge here. See, trial license is no longer active. Only the license tab is available. Activate the code below to restore access for students and teachers. Now, the challenge here is this. I'm not able to go past this page. Why? Because I've already installed Bravick on this system. When you install Bravick on your first installment, it's going to run for free for 24 hours. And after 24 hours, it's going to lock. You have to get the license from us and then to activate the software based on your plan. And we have two different plans here. We have the basic and then we have the premium. All right. So what do I do now? I'm going to now before I explain some few things, let me show you some stuff here. Now you can see help. All right. So in this help section, you all the default login details are here. It's a fresh Bravick install already includes one starter account for each dashboard, so your school can sign in and explore every single rule right away. No setup required first. These are the default logins details. You can see for admin is this, teacher is this, section head is this, bursar is this, and student dashboard is this. The rest information you can actually read them by the time you log in fully. All right. So, but let me also lay more emphasis on this. This one thing that make Bravick very interesting and very beautiful. As you can see, the admin oversees every aspect of this, just like the entire school. You have an admin that manages the day-to-day activities in the school. The admin dashboard can actually do that same job on this software. The teacher's dashboard, here they create their lesson plans, questions for students, assessment. We're going to see that very soon. Now, the session head can also monitor a lot of things. Attendance, can check who came to school, who was not in school, who is missing, can review student lesson, teachers' lesson notes, check student performance. We're going to see that very soon. The Bursary or the Bursar dashboard It's going to check for those who are owing fees, who has paid, who has not paid. Students dashboard, students are able to take their exam. So you can see it's all in one, and it's just so nice and beautiful. So you can just go through all of this at your free time. All right, so now always come here for help to check whatever you want. They're always here, and there are several topics here. In fact, this additional resources was intentionally added so that to help you navigate through the software without any hiccup. Now that I want to also add that this software supports multiple languages. You see, this is French. So everything here now is now written in French. So if I click here now, you see everything here is in French. And this is in Portuguese. You can see everything here now is written in Portuguese. All right. So when I click here now, everything here is in Portuguese. And this is Spanish, Espanol. So everything here is written now in Spanish. So I'm going to set this to English because I'm an English speaker. All right, moving forward. So if you have this on your screen, you can always reach us with these contact details on WhatsApp, or send us an email to activate your machine, to activate the software. And this is all you need to send to us. See, this is all you need to send to us. So once you send this to us, we'll send you a code, and then you can enter it here, and your software will open up to you for you to use. You can also we can also send you a .lic file. So if you want a .lic file, or maybe all that you want is just the code, we can also send it to you. So now I'm going to generate this code and then paste it here, generate the license and paste it here, and this software is going to open. So stay with me and don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, so welcome back. I have pasted the license key. So this is how the license key actually look like. It's a bunch of different characters, and in it there are a lot of informations that we control how this software operates. You see, it's completely offline, so there's nothing to fear, or there's nothing to worry about. So now I'm going to click on activate, and then it says wait. Now you see the tabs are up. At first, all of these were not here. We couldn't see any of this. But now we can see all of this. When it was locked, this was the only tab that was available. But now we have several other tabs. So now I'm going to begin to explain this particular dashboard for admin. And I will now move over to that of teachers, um, head of section, school, and students. So I'm just going to do it bit by bit. So let me start here. This is the dashboard. Now we have what is called clock in. So the every user have this clock in. Now what this has successfully replaced is this manual attendance register that people have to enter their name and sign, and some even tell lies that they came so and so, whereas they didn't come at that particular time. School start time 8 o'clock. You can change this. So I will show you how to change it later. But this is the clock in for the admin. Both the teacher, everybody has this clock in to operate with. So I'll just click on clock in, and then you see it's registered already. But you see, clocked in late because at the time of this recording, this is the time I clocked in. So that's why it's telling me late. And this is already recorded. It cannot be edited. So the owner of the school or whoever that is in charge can actually pull up these reports and see when the teachers go to school or when his staff go to school and and all of that. By the time I'm done with my work, I can also clock out and then it's going to clock me out. But I don't want to clock out yet. Active exam is zero because there's no exam created yet. Submitted sessions to total users 6. I told you before I've already used this, but I just intentionally wanted the whole free trial period to expire so that it will be profitable to new users and old users. All right, so no exam has been conducted here. Now, connect device. You can connect your device using this um, address. And if it's a phone, you can scan this QR code. Now, for a connection to be established, whether through phone or through the laptop, they must be on the same network. They must be on the same network. So you should know how to use your hotspot, or if you set up your Wi-Fi network, or if you're using the local area network, maybe your school has local area network, you can also connect and it's going to work beautifully. Now, this is network and server information. You can see it's very, very healthy. And then these are some technical informations which I may not want to stress you on. All right. No connected device. Assuming there were devices that were connected, you're going to see them here. You see, admin is online. That's why it's showing one here. Active session is also one. So students are not here. Teachers. So any of those users, once they are live, the sessions are going to be displayed here. Now, this is load capacity, maximum concurrent devices. So what it's saying is that at this moment, this computer can accept a connection of 48 devices. That means 48 devices can be connected to this computer and they can take their exams concurrently at the same time and there will be no crash. But there's also a recommended maximum, which is 40. So it is best for 40 users. Now, someone asked me in one of those discussions I had with some stakeholders, what happened if the school if the school has a population of 100 students? My advice was you either create the exam in batches or you get a higher uh, end device. That is a computer that can carry that have more capacity. For instance, this is my laptop now. I'm using it can only take 48. I have another laptop here. If I open the same software on that laptop, it can take up to 98 students. So it differs. But any computer that can carry this software, you can actually connect. But then you may not be able to connect all the devices at a time if the system capacity is low. But if the system capacity is very, very high, it can take a lot of devices. But if you don't have the financial strength to maybe get a new laptop, a better laptop, you can still make use of your own laptop, but organize your exam in batches. That means some can write 9 o'clock in the morning, and our set can write 10, 11. Just schedule the exam in a way that everybody will be able to write if you are not able. But it's recommended if you have the money, and maybe you can get a 32 gig RAM. For instance, a 32 gig RAM laptop can take approximately 100 students simultaneously. So it's a one-time cost. You just pay it and then you use it. You don't pay, it's not hosted anywhere in the cloud. Your informations are with you, your data are with you. Of course, I'll show you how to do your backup. And even when we roll out new features, it's you can still load in your former backup and everything will work just fine. All right, so let's now continue. So that'll be all at this point. Yes. These are technical information, so you actually don't really need this, but it's just fine. Now let's move on to user management. Now it shows that there are 6 users here. All right, we have the admin. All right, I had the little glitch moments ago. So let's continue now. Currently we have some users here. It's saying number of users is 6 users, and these are the roles. So we have different roles: admin, teacher, student, head of school, and bossa. So these are the roles of different roles available, and the dashboard available for different category of people. So we have some classes. You can edit them. I'll show you how to do that and create more class. Then we have status. You can activate or deactivate users. You can also search for users by their name, username, or email. Okay. So for the system admin, this is the username. The password is not really shown here, so you won't be able to see that. These are default logins details. We just created it so that you can check each of these dashboard. So when I was signing in, I signed in using this detail. If I want to reset, I can reset. If I want to add more details, I can click on edit and add more details. If you want to put your picture, you can also put your picture as the admin. Then we have that for teachers. So this is the teacher account, same thing. This is another teacher. You see it, and this is section head, and this is Bursary. All right. So this is all the users that we have. But assuming I just want to see for let's say teacher alone, just going to show me just these are the teachers that we have here that have been registered on this software. So it's just going to show me only teachers. And if I want to see maybe the bossa, I don't think any school have more than one bossa. It must be a very big school, so you can see that. So let me not spend much time on this. Now, if you want to register a user, how do you do that? So this is you click on this, it's very easy. Register users. And don't forget this help button. This help button can actually help you navigate through this software. Anything you are looking for, you are likely to find every resources that you need right here. You are likely to find it. So now let me come back. We are currently on manage users. You see, open the user tab. You can filter by teacher, by role, and a lot of informations are here you can actually read. And don't forget it's multilingual. You can have this thing in Francais, and then you can see it here. You can have it in different language. We have French, we have Portuguese, we have Spanish, and then we have English. So this is to register a user. First, you select the role. The role is just the dashboard the user is going to access. If it's a student, just you can enter the details. Now, if it's a teacher, you change it to teacher. If you want to have another admin, maybe you want one or two persons to have access to the admin dashboard. You set it to admin. All right. So now let's create a student. So let me just put you see, there is a key here, ATSHB. So the computer automatically puts S once you select student. If I select admin, now it's going to change to A, as you can see. And H, head of school, is going to change to head of school. So now the 001 is already taken because that's the default login details that came with this software. So if I want to register a student now, let me check how many students do we have here. Role, select students. Okay, we have one student here. Pick a class to view them. Okay. Anyway, let's assume, let me just register something, show you. So let's set this to student. And let's type 001. I already know it's taken, though, but let me just type it. And let's just say Ben Card. Or let's say Ben Hard. Okay, and then let's say grade 1. And then let's just set in the login details. Let's say Ben 123. Let's just assume. You can fill any of these things if you want. It's advisable you fill it and just click on create user. It's not going to create a user. You see the username is already taken. See it wasn't successful. And this is because 001 is 001 is already taken. So if I change this now to like 3, and it's going to now go smoothly. Create user. Says account created. See this account created, Behad. Sign in. Student signs in with this username and password. So if you want to create bulk user, you can as well create bulk users. You just click here to download the CSV template, edit it. You're going to find different columns, enter the name, and once it's ready, click on choose file. This is a file picker. Select the file you want to pick and upload. But I'm not going to be doing that now because I have a lot of things I want to show us. Now, come here, sessions and access. So here you can create different sessions, e.g. nursery, primary, secondary, you can create them. That's for those that are using these uh, classifications. All right. So if you want to call it department, let's say biology department. So just type biology department, for instance. Department. And all you all need to do is add session. You see, automatically is created. So if you want to delete session, you just click on delete and it delete session. Now this is where you add classes and assign them to session. For instance, let me add a class. Let me call it grade 2. Let's call it grade 2, for instance. Click on add class. Grade 2 shows here. It says class created. And I can now assign grade 2 to, let's say primary. So grade 2 is now assigned to primary session. So here you also assign teachers. Let me assign this teacher to grade 2. Just set it to grade 2. And okay, we've not added subject, so it's not going to be showing. All right, so this head of school, session head, I can also say, okay, this session head will be in charge of primary. So the session head with this username will oversee primary. All right. So now this is on finance. Here you can block students who are owing fees. So once you click on this, any student that is owing fees will not be able to access the exam, even though they have the username and password with them. They will not be able to access the exam on the dashboard, on their dashboard. So that's what this is for. And you can do this for the entire school, or you can do it for a few class, maybe a particular class. You don't want grade 2 students that are owing. You can do it, or you can just select only students who are owing if you don't want the entire class. And just there are some schools that are kind of very lenient with some parents, so you can selectively block some students in a particular class by clicking this. So total due, everything here is showing 00 because this is actually a new software installed on a computer. I didn't want to use the one I use in testing the features because you're going to find a lot of information there, which might not be beneficial to you as a new user. So I decided to start with this, which is a fresh installment. There's nothing here, so you can see how it's being used. Now let's come here to attendance. You're going to see a complete overview of how students and teachers are coming to school. So you see that, and you can actually generate a report at the end of the month. So this is class Form 1A, those who are present, those who are absent, those who are late, not marked. So you see it, and attendance for the month. Currently in the month of August, as I'm making this report, staff clock in. You see, it's always showing system admin because, remember I clocked in 217. I have not clocked out and the status is late. Everything is recorded. Now, all of these are users, but they have not clocked in. So you can see those who have not clocked in. And this does not lie. Staff clocking it, monthly report generated from here. So this is for students. You can also generate parent slip to show your parents how their children are coming to school. This is also very nice. All right. Don't forget, you can as well change the language. So if you are in Ivory Coast or a French-speaking country, you're a Francophone country, you can always set it to this. And if you are a Portuguese-speaking country, you set it to Portuguese. If you are speaking Spanish, Espanol, and back to English. Okay, oversight and timetable. So this is our timetable planner. And I'm going to do another video on this so that you know how to fix your timetable. It's an automatic timetable generator. Automatic timetable generator. Very, very beautiful. I wanted this to be a standalone app, but when I got some feedback, I have to just include it. There's no clash. Some people use 2 weeks to be planning timetable. With this automatic timetable planner, just pick a class, select the academic year, pick the period, begin to fill in the details, and the teachers that should take those classes. You fix the time you want the class to start. You fix the time that you want the class to end. Everything is editable. You can change it if you want your class to start at 7. So everything you can just change it. But I'm going to do another video on this because there's a whole lot I still want to cover. This is live exam monitor. So if you want to see those who are taking an exam, what they did, everything is here. Now, all of these are stuff that I told you I've actually tested this. So it's almost a fresh installment, but not a completely fresh installment. On your computer, you're not going to see this because you've not uploaded anything. So this is a lesson note uploaded by a teacher called Mr. C. And this is the contents, some of the content of the lesson notes, and then it's awaiting review. So an admin can review, a head of session can review. So let's go back to analytics. So you know what analytics is? It's just going to give you statistics of what is going on, and you can create student results slip. You can generate here, student transcript. You can as well generate here. Settings. Here you do your branding. Default language is English. If you want to change it, you can as well change it. And then school name, you can type your school name here. It's going to be showing everywhere. Your grading scale, your exam rule, start time. When I started, I showed you about the clocking, and I said it told us that school clocking at 8 o'clock. So if your school does not clock in at 8 o'clock, you can change this to the time that you want staff to clock in. And once they clock in after that time, they are marked as late. Term date ranges. Here you set when your term starts and when it ends. So you said start date, end date. So this is where you do that. Okay, now license. I don't want to overflow this. This was what we saw at the beginning. For new users, you will not see this at your first page. But for those who have this software and then their license have expired, they've not renewed it, you are definitely going to see this. This will be the only page that you are going to see. All right, thank you so much. The next one now, I'm going to log in as a teacher and then show you around this software. Thank you and God bless you for watching.